What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the second episode or second show of my film analysis podcast. We're going to go over a film that I saw um, earlier in 2026, last month. It actually came out in, I believe, 2025. And this movie blew my mind. It's called Bugonia, Bugonia, directed by, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Yorgos Lanthimos. Yorgos Lanthimos, a Greek director, um, starring Emma Stone. She also produced it. It's starring also Jesse Plemons, and it has Stavros uh, Halkias. I can't say his last name. He's the comedian. Um, and Alicia Silverstone is in it. This movie, I had no idea what I was about to get myself into. I quickly read the log line, and it says something about like conspiracy theorists think that aliens are coming to whatever the planet. I'm like, and I saw that it was a dark comedy. I'm like, all right, well, I'll throw this on. I had no idea what sort of mind fuck of a movie I was about to watch. I was thinking it was going to be a comedy, and it turned out to be this surreal sort of film. It was wild. It was one of those movies that I watched. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what to think of it. And at the end, it just created a lasting impression on me that I was like, okay, I'm only watching this movie once because it's so bugged out. But I ended up telling everyone about this movie after I watched it. It's insane. Screenplay is by Will Tracy. I'm not sure what Will Tracy has done. Um, he's done a couple different things. Um, but yeah, nah, this screenplay was bugged out, and this movie was great. It's about these two sort of conspiracy theorists. One guy is kind of like the leader. The other guy is like this sort of low level thinking, sort of dumb guy that goes along with this friend. And they think that aliens are coming to Earth or they're here and that they're here to extract people's minds. Um, the the way the way this was directed and uh, there were spots or segments in the film that like cut away into this sort of surreal, bizarre segment, and then it would cut back to like the narrative. Um, I'm not doing it justice, but it's a movie that I definitely recommend that you watch at least once. I don't think I could watch it again, but watch it once, and I guarantee at the end, it's gonna blow your mind, literally. Um, Emma Stone's character, she's like the CEO of this company. I forgot exactly what the company does. I think it's like pharmaceuticals. Um, and she's like this powerhouse CEO. She gets kidnapped by these conspiracy theorists, and that's where sort of the inciting incident is, and the plot sort of drives from there. And Emma Stone's character, she did such a phenomenal job of playing this sort of leader, like female leader role. A businesswoman who is like stern and logical, and these crazy fucking guys who are conspiracy theorists, like just sort of like um plotting to like take over um people who don't necessarily believe what they believe. Um, she did a great job playing this role and really selling the whole logical leadership role in the story, in the plot, as the story unravels, as the film unravels. We start to see that Emma Stone starts playing along with the conspiracy theorist Jesse Plemons, and I think the other guy was Aiden Delbus. I'm not familiar with him. Um, she starts playing into their role in order to try to escape this house. Um, and it's believable. She's starting to play along with what their perspective is so that they would give her more leeway to get out of this basement and upstairs and to be more of like a friendship sort of scenario, so she's not stuck in the basement or trapped in the basement. I can't give away the ending, um but let me just say that there's a reveal at the end that was so unexpected, or at least I did not expect it, that when it happened, I was just like, "What?" I couldn't fu I couldn't fucking believe it. Um, yeah, I don't even know, I don't know what Bugonia means. I don't know if that's like a Greek term, because it's a Greek director, but heavily, I'm gonna say, kind of philosophical. Not kind of, heavily philosophical. I don't know why I said heavily, and then kind of heavily philosophical. And I think it was more of like a microcosm, like the whole plot story was like a microcosm of what is like occurring today. Um, but yeah, uh, this movie blew my mind. I have been recommending it to everyone. The performances of Jesse Plemons and Aiden Delbus was very, very good. Stavros, the comedian, was also really good, but he's a comedian, so like you could tell his part was for that sort of comedic relief because there was a heavy tension. And the movie is, it's a little dark, obviously they call it a dark comedy, but it I didn't I didn't think it was a funny movie. I just thought it was like a very dark and twisted movie. Um, but I can see how dark comedy sort of comes into play only after you watch the full movie and you watch the ending. Um, I don't know what the budget was. Let's see. It says 45 to 55 million dollars, and box office was 41.6. So I don't think it made its money fully back. It's a fairly big budget film. I thought it was actually smaller than this. It comes across like an indie film in a sense. Um, it's not like a huge commercial blockbuster. I didn't think, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Uh, film was Cinematography was by Robbie Ryan, and let's see what Robbie Ryan has done. Um, he's done some good stuff. Poor Things. Yeah, he's done some interesting stuff. Yeah, no, the cinematography was good. It felt very gritty. Definitely had like a surrealness to it. Especially these sort of flashback black and white scenes, these sort of segments I was talking about earlier. It sort of deviated from the A story, which was like the main plot. It would cut back into these, and like I didn't really know if that was like a dream or if it was some sort of historical plot that sort of came into play. I was a little confused by it, but I think overall it worked. Um, let's see. Distributed by Focus Features. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, the movie was it was a movie you need to see. You need to see it at least once. And the ending, when I watched the ending, I couldn't even finish the final couple minutes because it was just like it messed with my mind so much. And it's very rare a movie would do this. I think the only other movie that I only saw like once because I couldn't watch it again. It was so good, but I couldn't watch it again. Was A Requiem for a Dream by Darren Aronofsky. It was a fucking twisted movie. That was a twisted movie. I may have seen it like one other time after that, but very limited amount of times because it's such a bugged out movie, but done very well. This I would put in that same category, not in the same sort of genre, but in the same category. It's like, okay, I'm gonna watch it once. Maybe I'll watch it again some other time, but not right now. But the last couple minutes, I could not watch at all. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I remember my brain just being like, did that just happen? Is like, I had this unnerving feeling. Um, but yeah, I mean, because of that, I thought it was a great friggin' movie. If a movie gives you a lasting impression like that, you have to just even if you don't necessarily love it, you have to give props to the director on that and the whole production team, but you have to give props to that film for like creating unnerving emotions and sort of like executing on it in a way that you don't necessarily see in these huge blockbuster films. Um Bugonia, Bugonia, directed by what's his face? Yorgos Lanthimos, starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. Definitely see the film. And if you like it, comment below. If you hate it, comment below. Subscribe. Yeah. And I will have more film analysis or opinions or critiques on future episodes with different films. Thank you so much. Peace.